This is the algorithm, specifically the so-called merge sort algorithm for sorting a list of numbers in ascending order. No one really knows what the YouTube algorithm looks like, probably not even YouTube themselves, but I strongly suspect it won't fit on this piece of paper. But if the YouTube algorithm doesn't fit on this sheet of paper, why do I claim it isn't that complicated to understand?
Anytime you say the word algorithm, just replace it with audience, and it works perfectly. Like, the algorithm didn't like that video? No, the audience didn't like that video.
Success on YouTube ultimately requires just 3 things. And they are easy to say, but damn hard to implement. First, engaging titles and thumbnails that stand out and make your viewers click on your video in the first place. Second, a good video. No shit, Sherlock. Or rather, especially a video so good that the viewers who clicked on your video because of the title and the thumbnail are so captivated by the content of the video that they can't help but watch it all the way to the end. Third, patience and consistency. You need to keep feeding the algorithm and giving it information about the audience you want to reach, because only with this information can the algorithm ultimately play your video to the right people who are actually interested in your content. If you're new here on this channel, hi, I'm Marcus and I'm the developer behind the YouTube analysis platform Ulyss, and with the data I collect there, as well as the experience from over 10 years that I've been active on this platform, I give you tips and tricks on this channel on how to become better as a content creator. Honestly, it almost took me these full 10 years to understand how YouTube really works. No joke, I even wrote my bachelor thesis on YouTube. But why did it take me over 10 years to understand this? Honestly, mainly because I focused too much on trivial nonsense rather than what's actually relevant. Back when I started, there were still things like the YouTube messages, and someone once claimed that you could get tons of subscribers if you spammed people in the YouTube messages to subscribe to you. So I did that. Back then, sub for sub was also a big thing, so I did that as well. Then suddenly someone said we were supposed to focus on tags. Then suddenly we had to persuade big YouTubers to push us, and so on. But among all of this, how to become successful quickly, often the thing that YouTube is really about got lost, namely the video itself. Because honestly, if you are not successful on YouTube, it is most likely not because the algorithm hates you, but because your videos suck.
Your videos suck. You think your videos are good, but they suck.
Or your titles and thumbnails. Because the algorithm is not our enemy. On the contrary, it's much more of our friend. Because it ultimately decides whether your videos are suggested to other people, and if so, to which people they are suggested. And it only has one single goal. It wants to suggest videos to viewers that are actually interested in those videos, so that these people click on the videos, watch them all the way to the end, and spend a lot of time on YouTube. That is all the algorithm wants, that people spend a lot of time on YouTube. Because the longer they are on YouTube, the more ads can be played to them, and the more money YouTube makes. Speaking of ads, if you want these cool text animations but have no idea about After Effects, then check out my shop for my essential text package with ready-made templates that you can use directly in Premiere Pro. And if you'd rather build the animations yourself, I also have a solution for that and a course on Skillshare where I show you exactly how to do that. So, how can we convince the algorithm that it makes sense to specifically suggest our videos to keep people on the platform? First, we prove to the algorithm that when it shows our title and our thumbnail somewhere, people will actually click on the video and not leave the platform. Second, we prove to the algorithm that when people have actually clicked on our video, they will watch it completely to the end and not leave the platform. And these two values can even be displayed to us. The first of the two is the so-called click-through rate, and you can find it in the YouTube analytics under the Reach tab. This video here, for example, was suggested to 51,006 people. Of these people, 10.4% actually clicked on the video. The other, approximately 90%, either clicked on another video or they left the platform. Now, 10% might sound pretty low, but if you consider that depending on where the video is suggested, there may be 10, 20, or even more other videos being suggested, a rate of 10% choosing my video is not so bad at all. Now, if you're a bit like me back then, your process is probably the following. You have an idea, grab your camera, make the video, edit the video, upload the video to YouTube, and then realize, oh, whoops, I need a title and a thumbnail. So you quickly think of a somewhat decent title, put something together with Photoshop, upload it, and wait for the clicks, because after all, you made a good video. People will definitely watch it. It's a great video. This is honestly a very self-centered way to make YouTube videos. Because you know you made a good video. Your potential viewers don't know that yet. The only thing they see are your title and your thumbnail. So you must convince your viewers to actually click on your video using just these two elements. It's no coincidence that the most big YouTubers spend almost as much time creating their thumbnails as they are producing the rest of the video. Now, you might think, well, if that's the important value to push my video, then I'll just do clickbait. Put some boobs on my thumbnail, then everyone will click on it. Well, there is also the second value that is relevant, which is the viewer retention. We don't just want to get the viewers to click onto our video, but also to watch it. As I said earlier, we want to prove to the algorithm that when people have clicked on our video, they will watch it completely to the end and not leave the platform. So clickbaiting, which might get people to click on your video, but then they immediately turn it off because your video doesn't deliver what you promised with the title and the thumbnail, ultimately actually harms your channel. So you have to, as silly as it sounds, just make a good video. Or rather, a video that your viewers actually watch to the end. How well you succeed in this you can see again in the analytics under the viewer retention value. Here we can see exactly what percentage of your viewers are still there at which point in the video, or where you can improve because clearly viewers are dropping off. In this video here, for example, it's quite clear that right after the start of the video, heaps of viewers are dropping off. After just 34 seconds, almost half of the viewers are already gone. On average, a viewer of this video actually only watches 36% of the video. That is not very good. The best of the best, like Mr. Beast, for example, actually achieve viewer retention rates of up to 80%. The most important moment where most viewers drop off is almost always right at the start of the video though. Statistically speaking, if a viewer watches more than 30 seconds of your video, the likelihood increases drastically that they will watch it entirely to the end. So you should try to meet the expectations you set with title and thumbnail in the very first seconds of your video and show the viewer that the video they just clicked on is actually about what they expect and that it's worth watching it to the end. But what if we have finally managed to get viewers to click on our video and successfully guided them through the first 30 seconds? How do we then ensure that the viewers really stay until the end and don't switch off at some point in between? The keyword here is storytelling. And the YouTuber with by far the best storytelling is definitely Casey Neistat. I've taken a closer look at what we can learn from Casey Neistat and how he manages to tell his stories so incredibly well that it's almost impossible for his viewers to switch off in between, and what I found out I'll show you in this video.